I want to keep it quite brief today. Single pointedness versus expansive awareness. Okay, if you think about a laser beam focusing, concentrating on one area. If you're looking through that limited scope, you're missing a bigger picture. Okay, and this is an important teaching because I believe there's always a greater good. Okay, for example, I've shared this many times. 9/11 happened. Single pointedness. You're watching, a terrible event take place. Bigger picture. One of the biggest truth movements came from that. One of the biggest peace movements came from that. Looking at fast forward now, you've got I'm going to change. I spoke to a friend about this. My friend contacted me about this, and it was something that I've been thinking about before. It's what to call those that are running the show for the negative polarity. Okay, I don't like calling them elites because they're not elites. I don't like. My friend doesn't agree with calling them the 1% because he's wealthy and he believes that a lot of people who are in the 1% are not necessarily bad, which I agree with. I totally agree with. Although the 1%, in my opinion, doesn't mean finances, but it does for the collective, which is okay. So I'm going to try with a few different words, like terms to describe them. I don't like calling them the Illuminati because they love that, because Illuminati means the illuminated ones. So I'm going to call them the fallen because they must have fallen consciously to do what they're doing. So when I refer to the fallen, I'm referring to what I did call the elites, the 1%, the Illuminati, whatever you want, the cabal, if you like. Cabal's a good word, I suppose. As the fallen push their agenda more, observing it through a laser beam, it's terrible. Okay, oh my gosh, this is happening, that's happening. Broader perspective, more and more people can see what they're doing, and more people are aware of what they're doing. What's the greater good in that? They're forcing us to unite. Okay, there's always a greater good. Coronavirus comes through a laser scope, laser beam focus. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. We're watching the news. This is the worst thing that could happen. Turns out it's not so bad. And not only that, I've shared this in a teaching I gave the other day. Everybody now is aware of their immune system and how to boost their immune system. Greater good, broader perspective. Okay, broader perspective. So keep this awareness. This is my point for this video. Is meditation allows us to, instead of being in the fight, in the laser focus, I'm for the light side against the dark side, and this is what they're doing and this is what we're doing. Meditation allows us to breathe, okay, and take a panoramic awareness, okay, like a bird's eye view on everything, and see that there's a process unfolding here. There's a natural, universal process, okay, that the ancients knew was coming. I mean, this is not a new thing that's just hit us by surprise. I made a video 2 years ago that explained that 2020 is going to be a massive year. That one of the reasons I'm sharing a lot of what I'm sharing now, which I've known for 10 years and haven't shared it, is because like I spoke to a friend today, I believe 2021 might feel completely different than 2020. 2020 is 2020 vision. Of my observation, we're 7 months, nearly 8 months into this year, and just watching it, I can't believe what's coming out. It is really that. It is 2020 vision. So I think 2021 might feel completely different. So maybe with what I know and what I've and both sides, not just what I know what the fallen have done, but also know what spiritual teachings I know. Maybe I can ride this wave, inform as many people as I can, and also show techniques on how to handle it. You with me? So meditation is the best way, because you are not reacting, you are responding consciously. You're observing. Okay, that's the main thing. You're observing. Another thing I spoke to my friend about today, a lot of the videos I share are basically what I get out of conversations with a good friend. So we're starting a podcast soon, so I really believe you're going to get a lot out of him. He's a lovely man. We spoke about, he was talking about how Facebook is very polarized right now. Okay, it's very divided, and I agree. And he was saying that he believes that by sharing certain information, it's only causing a more polarity. And I agree, okay? And one of the reasons I said, I shared why I decided to do what I do is because of what I've just said. I'm riding this wave. And another thing is observing what's going on, right? This is my observation. You can't just wake up to what's going on, know that we're in a matrix, know that we've been getting programmed subliminally and in the movies, and there's this whole agenda that a small group of people are doing that cover our education system, medical system, law system, poisoning our food, poisoning the air, poisoning our water, war on consciousness. The scientific world is in on it, and it just lies. This group of individuals that literally burn incense, pray, and sacrifice to the dark beings. When you see that, okay, when you get exposed to that, you can't just see it for the first time and be like, oh my gosh, this is true. And move from there to presence and consciousness, okay? A lot of people that wake up to this stuff, if you gave them a spiritual text like the Power of Now, it's still like reading a book that's a foreign language, okay? Because it's such a big jump. I've been practicing meditation for 10 years. I'm not present all day. Now, I'm very dedicated with my practice. I do my best to stay grounded and stay calm, but I'm not present all day. I mean, I've still got so much work to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm aware that this is a natural process. This is beyond us. Something's happening here universally. Okay, and I believe that the fallen few know about this time as well, and they're trying their best to use it for their advantage. But there's also light beings that are using it for their advantage. And my point is that there's a process. The process is maybe people are going to go into anger, sadness. Our job, if you're aware of this, in my opinion, is to educate people on how the best way we can serve the collective is, instead of trying to change anyone out there, we start here, okay? Simple techniques, whether it's through breath, whether it's through mantra, whether it's through visualization. These are all techniques to fundamentally take us to a place of presence, stillness, still conscious awareness, whatever you want to call it. Compassion. To take us out of this right, wrong, good, bad, left polarity organ of the brain, trying to work everything out. Take it down into the heart. And take it down to the foundation so we've got strong roots, okay? This is why Love, Peace, Harmony is so strong, so powerful. Any mantra that resonates with you. But Love, Peace, Harmony is a neutral mantra You're not calling on a Buddhist or a holy saint or a Taoist. It's just 5 beautiful lines. I love my heart and soul. Is to love and forgive yourself and to see that you are not separate from the whole. Okay, you are an expression of nature. And to love yourself is to love everything. So to find love within yourself, respect for yourself, forgiveness, and then let that, because consciousness, this reality is a backdrop of consciousness. If you're sad inside, you'll see sadness in the world. If you're angry inside, you'll see anger in the world. If you're loving inside, you'll see love in the world. So this is how consciousness is the real reality. Okay, the soul world is the real reality, and the observation, what we see, the material world is a reflection of what's going on the inner consciousness. Okay, everything looks glorious, everything looks beautiful. That's because love's on the inside. So line 1 is that love on the inside. Think of how much it feels when you're in love with one person. Imagine being in love with all beings. Okay, how euphoric that is. That's line 2. You have love in yourself. Everything you look at is love. I love all humanity, all beings. You're just a vessel for love. Okay, you love all beings. Line 2. Line 3 is join hearts and souls together. In Chinese, it's Wanling Rung He Mu Shi Shin. It means 2 slightly different things. Chinese means all souls join together as one and harmonize the world. It's beautiful line, beautiful, powerful line. In English, it's join hearts and souls together, and there's a lot of insights I've got from that alone. The heart in traditional Chinese medicine is the master organ. Okay, so join hearts and souls together is not just everybody unite together. It is that, but it's also join the physical. The heart represents the physical aspect of our being, and join the physical with the spiritual, hearts and souls together. Every indigenous tribes or traditions say that this time we're living in, we are severed from spirit. We're just analytical. This is what all this cover one eye is. It's cover the creative side and choose the left brain violent side, the violent path. That's what it means, but also means the left brain, which is analytical. Okay, with just matter and energy, and if I can't see it, I can't prove it, and all the rest of it. Because we're built biologically, remember, to be in connection with the soul world. Lungs have a function, kidneys have a function, your heart has a function. There's a pineal gland in there, and the pineal gland has a function. But just as I say, there's a war on consciousness right now, and a big part of that war is suppressing the pineal gland. Fluoride, preservatives, EMFs, you name it, all calcifying the pineal gland. Plus, our parents telling us that what we see when we're, a kid, when we see our grandmother or whatever, a lot of them, not through no fault of their own, suppresses and say, it's not real, it's all in your head or whatever. Okay, that's all calcifies the pineal gland. So to join hearts and souls together is to join the physical world with the spiritual world. Eyes to see this reality, pineal gland to be in connection with the soul world. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. The last 2 lines is love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Universal love, universal peace, universal harmony. So, very powerful mantra. We explain scientifically how everything's frequency. High frequency mantra can really change your inner state and your environment, your home. Finding out what's going on, there's a process. And the first process might be, holy shit. What's going on? We've got to fight them, or we've got to blah, 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 okay? And I think there's nothing really we can do about that, okay? There's a process we all go through, which is shock, basically. And some people are getting really bombs dropped on them because they're not just finding out the truth of what's going on, they're finding out of the real dark stuff that's going on, the practices. So if I'm really calling you to be compassionate and kind, and don't add to drama. If people are getting dramatic on your posts in terms of, saying really harsh things, I wouldn't get involved with that. Don't add drama to the field, add love and compassion to the field. And another thing I wanted to touch on, which my friend mentioned he saw in a video, which I mentioned in my last video, you're here for a reason. You're built for this, okay? You're made for this. How can I say that you're made for this? How can I know that? And how can you know that? It's very simple. Because you're here and you know about it. If you're here and you know about it, then it's meant to be that way. You understand? So if you understand that, don't waste this opportunity, guys. Don't waste this opportunity, because we are living in a really important time where everybody's contribution is needed. Everybody's contribute. This is not the time to sit back and wait for somebody else to do it. This is not the time to bury your head in the sand. It's the time to get out and help and save and be there for each other. And work on purifying yourself, work on deepening your forgiveness, so we can clear our collective spiritual karma, our spiritual debt, and know that you're meant to be. If you know about it, if you found this video, there's a reason for that. So don't run from it. If you need help, you contact me. I mean, or anybody. Contact anybody. But just know that what I meant was, I'm not saying everyone contact me. I'm saying if you want to, I'm here. That's what I'm trying to get at. If you need me, I'm here, no matter what. Okay, no matter where you are in the world, you contact me, I'm here. I hope this message resonates, and I love you all very, very much. Okay, let's open our hearts at this time, not close our hearts and become judgmental and all the rest of it. Let's open our hearts, nurture each other, and celebrate this time of change into a more loving, caring, compassionate, unified world. Take care.